We've used this word throughout our conversation, Ijara. What is this, Ijara?
They're a nonprofit association that work with institutions both in Canada and the United States in helping us structure Islamic financing programs.
The American dream is the American dream for a reason. Everyone wants to have a piece of the land that we call home. Again, they're able to do that through this program.
So no matter if you're renting today and you're making that payment every month to the landlord, there is no end date. With this, the lease will end and you will become the homeowner.
I think this is amazing. You've created such an open opportunity for so many renters, especially if they're Muslim. You found a way to help them still become owners and own the property versus maybe being a partner with somebody. In this kind of podcast, it really helps me connected to people who are willing to really offer to people. And I love the fact that you found this solution. I know we've used this word throughout our conversation, Ijara, and I think for our listeners who may not know what that word is, can you spend a minute just telling us what is this, Ijara?
So that is actually the CDC, the Community Development Program, right?
Okay.
They're a nonprofit association that work with institutions both in Canada and the United States, in North America, in helping us structure Islamic financing programs. In multiple arenas, so we happen to be in the home financing arena, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they actually help with different cars and other places wherever they can,
Okay.
so that everyone can understand the Islamic financing rules and regulations.
Okay.
Now, I believe, and I'm not fluent in Arabic, but Ijara also means, is what I understood is lease to own or some kind of ownership program like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think they went that route with that name.
Got it. So it's the organization that helps keep those compliances to the Islamic laws.
Yeah, once again, I mean, Ijara is making sure that we follow the Islamic laws for the financing, and IMAC's making sure that we can fundamentally underwrite the loan that is financially sound.
Is there a loan limit for something like this?
Trevor?
No, it's just, you're looking at county loan limits.
I mean, for example, if I want to buy a $3 million home, does the program offer that?
You know, I don't think we looked into that as far as like doing it on jumbo loans.
Yeah,
yet.
we haven't
We've
been asked that question.
We'll focus on more of the conventional limits.
Sure.
Which
So
in
I
this
think,
area, you're looking at $1.2 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I think whatever the loan limits for the agencies will allow,
Okay.
which is, Fannie, Freddie, right?
Okay.
Fannie Mac, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac, and then FHA, VA,
Okay.
right? Whatever those loan limits are is what we're going to do. We haven't looked into the non-QM or the non-conforming loan limits yet.
Okay.
That is something that is on the table. I know that the non-QM is especially a big piece that is being looked into,
Okay.
especially in this area with so many self-employed folks that we have here.
Yeah.
And
It's
just
not
for,
there yet, but
just for your audience, like non-QM means non-qualified mortgages.
Okay.
So during the 2010 rehab of the mortgage industry,
Yes.
right when we all went to rehabilitation centers,
Unfortunately. Unfortunately.
so we were all told that, okay, from now on, you have qualified mortgages
Uh-huh.
and non-qualified mortgages.
Okay.
Non-qualified mortgages cannot be accepted by the agencies being Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, VA, right?
Okay.
So they are institutionalized private investors that buy non-qualified mortgages. So we call them non-QM inside the industry.
Got it.
And non-conforming is your jumbo loan limits that exceed those limits.
Got it.
So once again, those are private institutions. So we have not tested out exactly how our Islamic financing will apply to those institutions yet.
Got it. Got it. Well, that's another great segment that we could always come back to and be like, yes, we were able to get this in qualified. So whatever the limits are, we can still handle it,
Yeah. But I think, look, $1.2 million is a substantial loan limit in the DC metro market.
Yes.
And we may not fit everybody, I get that, you know what I
Yep.
mean? But I think if we can help the vast majority of Muslim potential home buyers in the DC metro or even the listening audience,
Yes.
I think that this is a step in the right direction.
Absolutely. I think this is amazing. I think it's incredible that you've created such an open opportunity for so many renters, and especially if they're Muslim, where they wanted to just not pay the interest in that particular manner, but you found a way to help them still become owners and still be able to manage that, would still feel that they own the property versus maybe being a partner with somebody, you know?
It's just really important to say this too for me, right? Being a practicing Muslim, I did check this with my mom.
Okay.
I did.
You gotta ask mom. You gotta ask mom.
I said, hey, like I've been doing mortgages for 32 years in a few weeks, so I'll be 32 years, right?
Wow.
I did not offer this program loosely and callously.
Okay.
I wanted this to be, done, like checked every step, make sure yes, do we make profit? Absolutely, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But am I actually helping the Muslim community become homeowners? And I needed to check that with my mom. And so I think that was really important for me to do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
And why isn't this interest by another name?
So that's a great question, Mariam, and I think that opens up probably more time than we
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Right? But at the end of the day, the borrower is not paying the interest because they're making a lease payment to the trust.
Well, I think it's important to know they're actually not making it to the trust; they're making it to Ijara.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. So and the Ijara has a trust, and that's where the home is being held in.
Okay.
Right.
The home is being held in the
and
trust.
once they've completed all the payments, then that house can come out of the trust and be given back to your borrower.
Okay. And is the borrower the beneficiary of the
Yes.
trust? Okay. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
So basically, you what you just explained is it's just like somebody who renting a home, that homeowner, that landlord that you rented the property from, they have a mortgage,
Yes.
and that mortgage that they're paying is you're paying that mortgage basically, but in an indirect way.
Right. And once again, I mean, we can say this over and over again. I just want to make sure everyone, there is an end date.
Yep.
There's an end date. Yep.
So unlike if you rent an apartment, if you rent a townhouse, there is no end date.
Correct.
With this, the lease will end, and you will become the homeowner.
I love that.
Yeah. And I can see the benefit clearly. Is this only for, would it only be appropriate for owner occupants? Could somebody seeking a second home use this product? Could an investor use this product?
At this time, it's for primary residences.
Okay.
Because I think there's a whole different academic for Muslims when it comes to investments and secondary homes.
Okay.
And I don't even want to open up that. It took me 32 years to get here.
I got right. Let's start with this, then we'll.
That'll be on episode 9.
Right. Then we'll move on. Okay. Let me right. Let me not jump the gun.
There's a lot of convincing for me to sign off and make sure that this is
I got
done. I wanted to make sure that we present something to our community members that was very lawful and very, you know what I mean? Like it protected them from the beliefs that we have.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah.
That is amazing. In my mind, in this kind of a podcast, it really helps me feel also connected to people who are willing to really go above and beyond the normal, to really create programs, to really offer to people, niche areas, not just, it's not a round hole in a square peg, it's like, let's find solutions. And I love the fact that you found this solution. You found a way to, do it. And I would love to see more and more people get more involved in, so they can learn about it and they can really, find their customers and help them in this way. Is this program offered nationwide, or is this program offered only in the DMV? Or
No, it is nationwide.
It's nationwide.
Yeah, it is nationwide. I mean, any state that we're licensed to do business in, I think overall, the only state that I know of that we're not really licensed in at this time is North Dakota. Is I think the only one, the only that's not available.
Okay.
But I guarantee there's Muslims in North Dakota, but we're coming as soon as we can. We're working our way
Hang in
up
there.
Hang in there, everybody. We're gonna make it for you.
Then in South Dakota, there's only one more state left.
I know. I have been to the Dakotas. It is beautiful out there, but it is. Yes. All right. Well, that's really good. Any other last-minute takeaways? Any summary that you would like to leave people with? When they finalize this last moment, what do you want them to listen? Give me 2 or 3 things that, and then how they can get in touch with you.
Trevor?
How they can get in touch with us?
Yeah, the little summary of what we talked about today. What is two takeaways or three takeaways.
Well, I mean, I think the biggest takeaway is just being able to not compromise your beliefs. It's, you know, the American dream is the American dream for a reason. Everyone wants to be able to own something here, to be able to, you know, have a piece of the land that we call home. But for a lot of people, they've been excluded from that you know, because they want to follow their heart, and that's a very noble thing to do. I think the biggest takeaway is, you know, this is available now. You're able to continue that to, you know, we've got a lot of people that came over from other countries wanting to follow this.
Yes.
And now they're able to, you know, take part in everything that America has to offer. So, I mean, I think that's the biggest takeaway there. You know, aside from that, I think it's just that it's available to almost any circumstance, whether you're a first-time home buyer, doesn't have a lot of money to put down.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry about saving up that down payment. You don't have to worry about qualifying for a conventional mortgage. You know, I'll be honest, I bought my first house with an FHA loan. I didn't have the best credit when I purchased my home.
Yes.
You know, and so for those that are just starting out and they need to have that ability to use an FHA mortgage in order to purchase, again, they're able to do that through this program. I think our veterans being able to use this program is huge.
Yes.
I mean, you spent your life serving in the armed forces,
Yes.
doing something to help your country, to protect your country. You should be able to participate in everything that the country has to offer.
I love that.
Well said.
Well, very well said, Trevor. Amazing, amazing. Miriam, any takeaways for you as a realtor?
Yeah, huge takeaways. I'm happy to have this product available for clients in the community, or really anybody who wants to structure their home ownership in this way. It's another product available to people for them to have options and to get people off the sidelines. And like Trevor said, take part in the American dream and home ownerships and the benefit of home ownerships. And it's another tool in our repertoire
Nice.
for our clients and for our community.
Well said.
Excellent.
Love that.
Love that.
I think, Ash, the biggest takeaway for me is always going to be the thing that I've been saying over and over again, and it's always going to be worth repeating, right? Which is there is going to be an end date to the lease,
Yes.
right? So no matter if you're renting today and you're making that payment every month to the landlord, there is no end date.
Correct.
There is no end date.
Yes.
And I can't repeat that enough. And with this program, there is an end date.
Yes.
And when that end date happens, we transfer that house 100% back to you. And you earn that house with 100% no riba paid. And I think that's just a beautiful thing that we were able to accomplish. So whether you put 3.5% down, whether you're a veteran that served our military and now want to be a homeowner and didn't put any money down because 100% financing, or whether you put 25% down, right, because you've been saving for the last 15 years.
Right.
Yeah.
We're here to serve everybody. And so it's not a one-size-fits-all.
Yes.
This is more of a custom fitted for your needs. But to reach out to Trevor, myself, talk to us about this, you know. You can always find me on LinkedIn. That's where I live.
Yep.
I think Trevor, our website is anniemac.com. You can look us up there. We're always available for questions. Even if you just have you just want to find out more.
Yep.
Maybe you just want to be prepared and talk to Miriam.
Right.
Yep.
Right? Hey, what do I got to do? Do I have to prepare my credit? Talk to us.
Yes.
That's great.
Very well said, Fabi, and every one of you. Honestly, today has been a real great information session for, you know, anyone who has never really heard of Islamic financing, or if you have and you may have liked something in the past, may not liked of something in the past, this is totally something new that is fresh, a real good change to what has been done in the past. I am very thankful for this opportunity to be presenting this to the public, and I want to do more of this, you know, with you guys, you know, to keep everybody well informed of their options, and that's the beauty of it. You have options. You're not limited, and I love that. So, with that being said, I thank you for your time,
Thank you.
for your effort,
Thank you.
and you guys have been amazing being here with me today at the Ash Show podcast. Today has been a wonderful day, and I thank you so much.
Thank you. Ash.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you
Happy
very
New
much.
Year.